Jeff's an inside-out 12. Yep, that's right.
I ain't shooting no more low, boys.
Welcome back, everyone, to Fort Massac. There we got a good look at my friend Darren Christenberry. But Darren, we are looking at the board now. Tell us what we got.
The first shoot-off was really exciting. This one is so tight that it's hard telling who's going to win. And Jeff Hopkins has won everything. He's won a million tournaments. He's at a 418. Tony Tazza, I called him a silent assassin a couple times ago because he just sneaks in there and does what Tony does. Tim Gillingham's a different kind of aggressive. He's at 416 as well. Michael Braden's as solid as they come. Joe Pitt shot great this weekend. So you can see from the graphic, 18 up and then 4 at 16 up. This is anybody's ball game.
We don't want to wait any longer. Nathan Brooks, bring out our archers. Point that way. There you go. Go ahead.
You're picking something else up on that frequency. He's on it.
All right, let's get started. Here in the Senior Pro Division, in 5th place from Windsor, Virginia, shooting for Hoyt, Mr. Joe Pitt. Your 4th place qualifier from Keller, Texas, shooting for PSE, Michael Braden. And in 3rd place, from Provo, Utah, shooting for Bowtech, Tim Gillingham. In 2nd place, from Boswell, Pennsylvania, shooting for Hoyt, Tony Tazza. And in 1st place, from Lacona, Iowa, shooting for Martin Archery, Jeff Hopkins.
Thank you, Nathan.
All right, Darren, here we go. As you mentioned, 2 points separating the entire field here.
Yeah, this should be really good. I mean, we could see a lot of lead changes right here. Like I said, Tim Gillingham, you guys, if you've watched in the past, Tim's awesome at this game. He's very aggressive, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him shoot at a 14 on this turkey. Jeff Hopkins is leading. He's not here to get 2nd or 3rd. He doesn't care about a podium. So if someone makes a move, Jeff will mash the gas and try to make the move and follow him up. So Tony just kind of chips away at it. Joe Pitt, I'm sure, is looking for his first win. Michael Braden's no stranger to the podium. This should be a really good shoot down.
We'll start your 1 minute.
There's a good look at Tony from Boswell, PA. There's Michael Braden from Texas. Mike works hard. He's a coach. He's been a professional archer for years. He does the same thing every single time, and he holds like a rock.
Look at that stabilizer.
Doesn't
Just
even wiggle.
Doesn't move.
Good strong shot from Mike. That's a
and
great arrow
a 12
right there.
on the longest target out there. That's a good way to start.
That's only the 2nd bonus ring we've seen, and maybe the first 12 because Katie Boardwell shot a 14 on that.
I believe so.
Tim did shoot at the 14. I don't know if he got it, but he did shoot at it.
First up, we got Jeff Hopkins.
Jeff with a
Looks
10.
like a 10.
428 for Jeff.
Let's see what Mr.
I'm getting excited already about this one.
10 for Jeff.
Good shot. I'm kind of an archery geek, so this stuff this gets me going.
This is your division. You shoot with these guys. You know them all real well.
And they whooped my bottom this weekend, so but I got to sit with PJ. So good 10 for Tony, 426.
Tim Gillingham with a bonus ring here.
Yeah, this is a judging class as well. Yesterday, to me, the target, I could not set my sight in the right spot. I had such a tough time picking the numbers. These guys didn't. That's why they're out there. And look at Gillingham, 14 points. Guess who the new leader is?
There you go. That's what he does.
4:30.
Look at that smile.
Jumped into first place. Big deep breath.
We saw him on the course yesterday, angrier than a rattlesnake as usual, and here he is in the lead.
Tim wears these emotions on his sleeve. This is just a yardage judging contest, and it is, but you have to shoot well too, and he does both very well.
This is the one, Michael
Good
Brady.
shot from Mike, 12 points.
There ought to be bonus points for hitting a bonus on that one.
428, so he's now tied with Jeff for second.
And it won't be our last, I assure you.
Joe Pitt looks like he shot at an upper, and if my naked eye is correct, it's going to be tall for an 8.
Joe called for the upper 12.
Yep, just high.
Yep. Naked eye did not deceive, so puts him at a 424. So now he's 6 points behind Tim. That's one arrow. Tim shoots a 14. Joe shoots an 8. 6-point swing. That's how fast it happens.
ASA Brain Trust.
Crazy. And
Hey,
Tim is now
Joe.
our leader.
All right.
Hopkins stays at
Let's look at the board
428.
now.
Michael
First
Braden
place
moves to
now belongs Tim
428.
Gillingham at
I mean, just like that.
13 bonus
Well, now
rings.
Jeff Hopkins
Second
in a
now,
tie
Jeff
for second
Hopkins
place
at
there. Tony
428,
Taz at
13 bonus
426.
Third is
Joe
Michael
Pitt,
Braden at
424.
428 and
So what
12
this tells
bonus
me,
rings.
Tim's numbers are
Tony
perfect.
Tazza
Michael Braden's numbers are
shot-
perfect.
shot
They
10
stepped
that
up there and hit a
time.
bonus
He
ring
went
on the
from
first arrow.
second to
Tim's going
fourth
to the
place.
longest
He's at
target now, so it's
426.
going to be
14
behind him.
bonus rings.
He shoots a
And
10 or
Joe Pitt
12
is now
here. He's going to be a
424.
handful.
Everyone's still within 10 points of our leader. And I can
Same
assure
with
you
Mike.
we will
Mike 12, the
have
longest
another
target
lead
out there.
change
So
at
he's
some
saying,
point
okay,
today.
my numbers are good. I'm
All right.
seeing things right. I can
Number
aim a little
12
more
comes out.
aggressive. So
Everybody's ready?
he's probably
Start
going
your
to try
1
to
minute
smash the 12 on
now.
this wolf and make another move toward the top.
As Tim always says, when you judge correctly, you seem to judge more correctly.
That's right.
And when you judge wrong, it gets worse.
It gets worse. It's momentum. There's a good look at Tony Tazza right there, owner of the archery zone. And I don't know. He lives in Boswell. I'm not sure where his shop is, but it's the archery zone there
It
in
is
PA.
in Johnstown,
There you go,
Pennsylvania.
Johnstown.
Yep.
And I don't know if he shot it to 14 or what, but he got 10 points out of it.
Tim might have gotten a 12 on that one. Are you kidding?
He's going to be in one of these grooves where you just
Oh.
can't beat him.
No, he called upper.
Okay.
So he's going to be on. Hey, but a 10.
He still may be in one of those grooves where you just can't beat him. Let's see what we got.
It's a good look at Michael Braden on that
So
wolf. But
Joe-
first up, Joe Pitt.
See, Joe's overjudging everything. He hit high on the wolf. He's hit high on this
All
aoudad.
right. For Joe Pitt.
Another 8 for Joe.
8 for Joe.
432.
Looking for the 14.
So he's going to have to make an adjustment. He's like, okay, I'm seeing everything hot. I better cut a yard or two when I shoot this next one.
Next up, Jeff Hopkins.
I call
trailing by 2
it
points.
getting calibrated. He's a little over. He's overjudging his calibration a little bit.
10
10 for Jeff.
for Jeff
438.
Hopkins. Another solid
And with
score.
only 5 targets,
Next up is Tony
and
Tazza.
folks like
Currently at 426.
Michael and Tony and
Still
Tim
leading
come in,
bonus
and they're
rings with
on.
14.
There's not much room for error out there.
And for Tony on the
Looks like a
turkey.
10.
See, he's straight under the 14, but caught that 10 line. So I think that's a good miss right
10
there.
for Tony Tazza.
That is. Yep.
Risk assessment there. He
You come over and
limited
try to say
minimal
Tony Tazza
damage. I
on the
mean,
turkey
really,
9
he
times.
that's bonus points because I'm sure he was shooting at that 14.
All right, Tim Gillingham coming off of 14 and jumped him into first place.
Comes Tim.
Currently
He's
at
going to wish
430.
he hadn't called upper, I think.
No, he hit the
That's who
bottom
does
12, and it's just
this
going to be 10
go. A
points.
Solid 10 on the dough for Tim Gillingham.
Still a great arrow. Get 10 points on that long target, get past it.
First place position. Unless
Moves
Michael
him to
Braden can grab
440.
the
He's
12
still
here
got a
on the-
2-point
on the
lead over
wolf
Jeff.
And move him into a tie with Tim.
Michael Braden coming around here. I think that's a 10.
All right, for Michael Braden.
Yep, center 10.
Dead center.
We
We should mention that center ring there is just worth 10 points. It's emblazoned in the target, but it is not a bonus ring.
13 bonus rings. Jeff is in second at 438, 13 bonus rings.
Tim's moving
Michael's
to the
at
wolf,
438,
and he's
12
coming around
bonus
to the
rings.
aoudad, finishing
Tony's
on the
at
hyena.
436 and 14 bonus
Jeff
rings.
is
and
now
Joe Pitt is at
on the turkey,
432.
so we might see some fireworks here out of
Michael, I know
Jeff.
you're ready.
If he can see where to aim, this is a chance for him to get some points back.
All right.
And
Jeff,
like Tony,
start
if you
your
miss
1 minute
it low.
now.
Have a chance to make a mistake and still get a little bit of a reward for it. There's the big man, Mr. Gillingham.
There he is. Okay, folks who are watching are going to be asking about that stabilizer setup. It's unusual. 4 bars.
Yeah, but it works for him. Uh-oh, he doesn't like that.
No.
We might see some fireworks out of him. He's not happy with that. Look
Oh,
at-
and there's
look at-
Jeff
look at
Hopkins.
Mr.
Got
Hopkins.
the 14. Joe Pitt.
Yeah.
He's got 30 seconds. Plenty of time. He's shooting at the hyena.
There he
Center
got the 10 ring. Yeah.
All right. So Michael Braden there shooting at the Audad.
Good slow motion. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he got it.
Michael B's got
No
some
call.
game.
He does.
Michael B's got some game.
Yep, no question.
Okay. Michael Braden currently in.
I don't think he called up, or did he?
No,
second
there's
place.
no thing.
No
There
call.
comes
12
there it
points.
is.
Michael Braden,
450.
Awesome. 450.
13 bonus rings.
Jeff's going to
All right.
take the lead
I told
back.
you,
And
this
that's a
is
big
gonna get
arrow.
fun.
Tim shot a 8, Jeff shot a 14.
Joe
That's
Pitt
another one of those
looking
another
6-point
swing.
swings right
He
there.
goes for
Yep,
10
that's
this time.
big.
442 for Joe Pitt.
This is Joe Pitt.
Got him a 10. 442.
Now we come to Jeff Hopkins.
Jeff Hopkins.
This is
currently
the
438.
shortest target
Well,
on
here
the
would also
course.
vault him into a tie with Michael Braden at 450.
I judged some with Jeff the other day. Actually practiced with him yesterday morning for a little while, and I got to judge with him when we shot the Pro-Am the other day. Man, he knows how far these targets
14
are.
for Jeff Hopkins.
He really does. That puts him at 452.
Now jump into 452.
Can just walk up real quick and be like, well, it's not this. I mean, he knows right away what they're not. And that's
Yeah.
half the battle. If you can figure out what they're not, they're a lot easier to figure out what they are. And he's been doing this for years, and he's one of the best at judging distance. He may not always tell you the truth of what he shot it for.
He likes to play games
He
out there.
does. There's a good 10.
That's Tim. Or Tony, excuse
Tony
me.
with a 10, 446. Yeah, Jeff may not always tell the truth, but you will get some kind of story out of him.
His favorite
Getting around
expression
is
is,
a
man,
leader
that got
at
there quick.
Needs at least a 12
He has
to stay
burned more than
in
one
the tie for
person
the
with
lead.
that saying over
14
the
was
years.
jumping back and keep him in first place.
Tim did get an 8
8
there.
for Tim Gillingham.
it is
All right.
officially now
All right.
an
We have a
8.
new
So,
leader in the
yeah.
clubhouse.
Jungled around now.
Leader.
Jeff Hopkins back in
Hopkins
the
now
lead.
442,
Michael Braden at
14 bonus
450.
rings.
Tim
Michael
Gillingham
Braden is now
48.
second place at
Tony Taz at
450,
46.
13
And Joe
bonus
Pitt
rings.
at
Tim
42.
Gillingham is now
Yeah.
third place at 448.
They were all
13 bonus
tied,
rings.
other
Tony
than
Taz is
Jeff. And the only thing that
446
separated them was
and
bonus
14
rings. So we can't really
Joe
say they
Pitt is at
flip-flopped a lot of
442.
positions there. But as you can
Tony's
see,
got
every
10,
bonus
10,
ring
10,
counts. Every
has
point counts. And
fallen.
14 to 8, 6-point swings, you
What is that,
can't
6?
survive very many
Yeah,
of those.
4 points
So
behind the leader.
Tim's going to have to get back on his horse here and hit a bonus ring
All
or
right.
two in these next two targets to have a
Tim?
chance to win.
Tony Taz is staring down that wolf on the far side there. It is not the longest, not the shortest,
Are
but
you
he can
ready,
see
Tim?
it real good. There's a
Are you
nice
slow playing?
sunlight on it.
Big deep breath.
I have a feeling he's gunning for
This
something
guy's great.
extra
Ready?
here.
Tim got a little extra air in the lungs right there too.
All
Let's
right.
see what he does. He may
We'll
try to
start
go
your
for
1
it right
minute
here. He may
now.
try to 14 this Audad.
It's a big on that Audad. It's actually bigger than the 12 ring. The
And
14 is.
And it's out in the wide open sun. I'm sure he can see it. So this is a good look at Tim right there.
We'll know.
Oh,
there
yeah.
he is.
Good night. That guy.
That's why they call him the Hammer.
He's good. He's and here's a good look at Tony. Tony's a man. Oh, he went at the 14 as well.
Just
That's going to be big.
ouch.
So that's a 9-point swing between
All right.
Tim and Tony right there. 14
Currently
to
in
a
third
5.
place, Tim Gillingham
There
on
he
the
goes.
Audad. Not settling for a simple
4, 6, 2.
Come on.
This is far from over, folks.
Look at that smile. Come on.
Far from over.
What can erase the frown on Tim Gillingham's face from an 8 but a 14?
Yeah. Yeah, he.
All right, next
There's a
for
good
Michael
12. Did he
Braden.
call upper?
10
I
for
don't see a
Michael.
cone.
Nope, he did not.
Just a 10. 460 for Michael B.
10 for Joe Pitt. Currently at 442.
We were expecting this seesaw here.
Yes, and it's happening.
It's happening.
So then this was Joe shooting at the 14 on the turkey. And he's low left for an 8.
Take a 450.
450, yeah.
Next up,
And then Jeff went to the long deer.
for the leader after the third round, Jeff
He-
Hopkins.
Oh,
come
wow.
on.
Yeah.
Are you
He
kidding?
10 to hang on to a
Telling
tie
you,
for
he knows
first
how
place.
far these things are. He doesn't have a rangefinder, but he knows.
62 and 14 with Tim Gillingham.
That's incredible shot there.
On the deer.
Guy's got game.
12 for Jeff Hopkins.
That's awesome.
Of course,
464.
he's about 8 feet tall, so that dip probably doesn't affect him as much. He can see right over it.
Across the board.
I gave Jeff a hug the other day. I can't get my arms around him. I'm a pretty big fella. I can't get my arms around him.
He is a big Iowa farmer. His son Scott competes in the Open Pro division out here.
There's the 5 for Tony. Puts him at a 451.
Denied.
So Tony doesn't even have a choice but to shoot at a 14 with this odd dead to try to make the final arrow. Fives are brutal when it's this close. It's just brutal. But you know, he's trying to make a move, trying to get in contention, and sometimes you make a mistake, and he got a little low right there, and it cost him big.
In third now is Michael Braden.
So here comes the 5th arrow. Jeff Hopkins, 464. Tim Gillingham, second, 462. Michael Braden, 460. Tony Tazza, 451. And Joe Pitt,
We got 2 arrows,
450.
one more arrow left before we go to a 6th and final arrow.
Jeff's in
We have a tie for
Tim's in
first, second, or
second.
third.
Mike's in
For
third.
score and bonus
Tony
rings,
and Joe
we
are
break that
fighting
with
for the
closest
5th
to
arrow
12,
right now.
1 arrow
Tim
tiebreaker.
and Jeff are both shooting
All right,
mid-range
gentlemen,
targets for the
we'll start your 1
field.
minute now.
They're not the longest, not the shortest.
There's a good look at Jeff. He's firing that release off of his pinky. He gets his thumb on there, puts some pressure, but he's actually firing that where there's a pinky trigger.
Yep.
He's firing with his little finger.
It's got a trigger at both ends.
Yep.
You can choose. Oh, he's just right.
Good 10 for Jeff. He gave nothing up, so he'll be in good shape for the final arrow.
Michael got the 14 on that turkey,
Wow.
I believe. That is real close.
That's big.
Tim's looking at them both. There's Tony, went for the 14.
I think he got
Oh,
it.
man, that is close with that shadow.
I think he's got the top of that thing.
He needed it.
Professional umbrella holder.
Here we go. Scott Parrott.
This
He's
is
now
good.
taking up a new position. All
Look
right,
at
first
it, look
up,
at it
Tony
pulling.
Tazza.
We're
On
looking
the
over
out
top
end.
of
Look
it.
at that.
There we go.
14.
Oh, that's in there.
Solid in there.
That's in there.
14 points for
Yes,
Mr.
Tony Tazza.
4,
Yes.
6, 5.
65. That may put him in a position to go to that 5th and 6th and final arrow.
So he's going to make the 6th and
All
final
right.
arrow. Jeff just
Yep.
shot a
Next up,
10, so
Tim
Tony will be
Gillingham,
within 9
12.
points of
Tim
him.
Tim did call upper.
And got it.
Got it.
Wow. 4.
Depending on Mr.
7,
Hopkins,
4.
that's going to tie him for
So
first
him and
place,
Jeff are
takes the 10.
tied. Tim's hit
Michael
at least
Braden
2
currently at
bonus rings.
460.
Jeff's hit 2. So Jeff's going to get the final
14
arrow, I
here
think.
would
I think Jeff's going to have
catapult him into a tie with
more
Tim
bonus
Gillingham.
rings, so he'll get a shoot last. Michael B.
This is Michael.
That's 14 points from what I see.
14.
Yes,
Sure
it
enough.
is.
And that's a 474. 3-way tie for first place.
For Joe Pitt.
3-way
Number
tie for
450.
first place now. Joe went for the 14 to try to get into the final arrow.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's
It
in
looks
the right
high.
area.
Yeah, it's
no,
high.
too high.
So he's going to get a 5, finish with a 455. Nothing to lose. Well, I guess
No.
I can't say that. He didn't really come in 5th. He came in tied for
5
second.
Joe.
Somebody has to finish 5th, and that's going to be Joe.
Today.
Good weekend, though.
Good weekend.
I heard Richard
For
Owens,
sure.
And next,
another
Jeff
senior pro,
Hopkins
talking
currently
this
at
weekend that
464.
him and Joe had
Tim
been
will put
talking
him
on the
in a tie
phone,
with
and
Tim
he didn't
Michael.
reveal the plan, but he
A
said
12
Joe was
moving
using a
ahead.
new strategy out here, and it obviously
They're all
worked. He
tied.
shot well this weekend.
Yes,
so
sir.
don't know what that strategy is, but it's working.
All right. What do we got?
Jeff Hopkins straight right.
10 for Jeff Hopkins.
10.
474.
All right.
Wow.
So only Joe
Jeff and
Pitt
Tim are
will
virtual
not
dead
advance.
tie. They're at
Everyone else is in
474
play.
and 15
Tony's
bonus
9
rings.
points
Three-way
behind.
tie.
Tony's 9 points
Michael
behind
Braden
those
is a
3 guys, so
474
Tony's going to shoot a
14 bonus
14.
rings.
Getting the bonus
Fourth
ring
place is
count.
Tony Taz at 465. He's still alive within 10 points. He's at 465 and 15. Now let's give Joe Pitt and the rest of them a round of applause for a great shooting.
I only heard Michael Braden, who has 14 bonus rings. I don't know what Tim and Jeff have.
Tim
Okay,
hit
we're
the
going to shoot
turkey,
one more
the
arrow.
deer, so
If
he
we
hit
still
the-
have the same numbers
Jeff
on the board
and
after
Tim
that one
might be
arrow.
tied on bonus
If
rings.
Jeff and Tim are still tied for total score and bonus rings, we'll go to a
They are.
closest to the lower 12 tiebreaker. And we have
And
a
we
set
got
of
the word from
calibers
Mike
this time,
Tyrell,
folks.
so
If they are tied,
There won't be
Yep.
any more
They are
discussion
tied
about what
currently,
happened.
Yeah.
and he's saying if they're tied after this next one, we will go to closest to the center of the 12 ring for a shoot-off. That's if you're tied on score and bonus
I was going
ring.
to say, I think they would back this one up a little bit as tight as this is. Yeah, he's pushing Ken back
going.
there. He's got
Going.
He's got a distance in his mind that he wants this to be.
Hey, Ken, just take it back to the fort.
And I'm guessing it's well over 40 yards from what it looks like. We don't know what the distance is, but it's a good little poke. So they're going to have to make a shot to hit a bonus ring here.
Do want to mention this is a replica fort behind this target here. At Fort Massac. We are right on the banks of the mighty Ohio River. Kentucky just across the river. Beautiful setting here.
Right across from Paducah, Kentucky.
Paducah, Kentucky. Yeah, look at that scenery. That's a great place to shoot a bow and arrow.
I tell you what, this is, and it's perfect. The wind is not a factor, and that's one of the biggest things you worry about out here is how windy is it going to be during an outside shoot. Now, when we have these inside venues, the hardest thing is judging the distance. You go from all this green grass and all the foliage and everything to a concrete floor or some type of an artificial floor. It's hard to judge those targets, but this is as good a shooting conditions as you can ask for.
Usually we have that wind coming in off the river, but it just isn't there today. It is hot. I guess we got to complain something about the weather.
And the humidity's really not overwhelming. It's not horrible. Even though it's 96 a little while ago, it's not overwhelming.
Yeah, once that sun got behind the trees, it definitely came down a few degrees. But I imagine they're sweating out there. Tony, Tim, and Jeff.
Yeah, this is crazy good right here. Tony's 9 points behind, so he can shoot this thing in the ear if he wants to, and he's probably going to finish in fourth. Probably. That's why we shoot them. You never know. Yeah. Someone can misdial their sight. They can have a misfire. You just never know. And I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not wishing any ill on anybody. It's just this is why we're shooting them, because you just never know. Even though Tony's 9 points behind, he shoots a 14 here and somebody makes a boo-boo, then he could get on the podium.
Or just throw it into the Ohio River. All right, you ready?
14 puts him at 79. If someone else would shoot a 5, they would be at 79. Tony probably has more bonus rings, so he could, on paper, get third. But he has to shoot a 14 to have a chance.
So we're told Tony has the most bonus rings. So let's see what he's got here. Oh, just under it.
That's a good shot, though. That's a long arrow, long target.
It is a long target.
Good effort. 8 points puts him at 473, so he is definitely going to be your fourth place finisher.
Yep. Tony just off.
Because if anybody misses, they're still at 474.
Next up.
All right, one of our three-way leaders in score.
474. Trails by 1 bonus ring.
So Mike's guaranteed third place.
Yeah. I don't know if folks heard that, but Mike Tyrell said he is 1 bonus ring behind the other 2.
Is he ready?
So he needs to make something happen here if he wants to move up.
I think it's 14 or nothing. He could try to 12 it, if he's more comfortable aiming down there at that 12 or has a better reference. If he shoots a bonus ring, that's huge. Forces the other guys to shoot a 12 or a 14. So let's see what Mike decides to do.
Upper. Did he call upper?
I don't know.
I don't
He's
see
got
the
at
cone.
He's got at least 10 points.
He shook his head. I think he was not calling upper.
So he's at 484.
All right. Let's see how Michael did here.
And you want to talk about single arrow pressure. Michael had a 1 arrow shot for $10,000 at the Vegas shoot this year.
And smashed it.
In a center. Absolute dead center.
So next up is Tim Gillingham, currently at 474.
So now I wonder what Tim's thinking here, If he shoots at 10, he finishes ahead of Tony. But then, Jeff can shoot a 12 or a 14.
Yeah.
If Tim decides to shoot at a 14 and shoots an 8 or a 5, then he's going to finish in third.
All right.
He's calling upper.
14,
that doesn't mean he's going upper.
Excellent strategy.
He's going to try to hit the upper 12 and put the pressure on Jeff. Then Jeff has to shoot at a 14 to win outright. But if he shoots an 8 or 5, Michael slips into second. So there's a lot of different scenarios right here.
He cannot shoot an 8. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. Tim goes 10 or 12 and then puts all the pressure on Jeff to try to win it, especially if he hits a ring.
Oh, and he called upper. He got it.
Smoked
Are
it.
you kidding?
Wow.
Let's see what happens with that one. He called the upper
Wow.
12.
486.
And 12.
I just have to laugh. This guy. I just have to laugh. So now Jeff has, if he wants to win outright, he shoots at the 14.
12-point tiebreaker.
Yeah.
If he wants to continue to shoot, he hits a 12. They stay tied on score and bonus rings. They have a 1 arrow closest to center.
Let me know when you're ready.
I don't think Jeff wants to extend it. I think Jeff shoots at the 14 here and tries to win it outright.
He's got the cone out front. He's not an upper shooter. I don't know if he just left it there.
Now.
I think he'll draw back and see what he sees. If he can see the 14, he'll shoot it. If not, he'll let down. He'll go back to the upper potentially. He shoots an 8.
Oh, he missed it.
So Jeff's going to get third.
Or is that just left out there by
Tim's going to
mistake?
win. Michael Braden's going to get second.
Okay.
Wow.
He had the distance pretty good, but he shot to the right. Little bit of movement there. That's a nervy arrow.
8 for Jeff Hopkins. All right.
Wow.
Tim Gillingham.
482.
Michael Braden, 482. Jeff Hopkins, 482.
Isn't that crazy?
That was fun.
This guy finds a way. He just finds a way to win.
He does.
Jeff was leading at the first story.
And we're going to get to talk to him about it.
He is our leader. Tim Gillingham is for Shooter of the Year in this class.
All right.
So he just
And we'll be back with y'all in a few minutes.
keeps on rolling.
Some big arrows.
Tim Gillingham is headed back to the interview area. Unbelievable. That was crazy.
It's only
Just-
going to get better. It's only going to get better.
Man. Tim Gillingham, tell us about that. I mean, that was a nail biter from start to finish.
Yeah, that brings back old Open Pro shoot-offs with Levi and everybody. I mean, it was, I don't know if I've ever been in that dynamic one for quite a while. I didn't really want to have to shoot that 14 on that odd dad, but I screwed up the wolves, so.
I mean, you came out there and you needed some of those bonus rings. You knew it was going to be tight going in. Tell us a little bit about your strategy as far as which ones you wanted and which ones you needed.
Well, I kind of, I can say drew a good straw, bad straw, whatever, but I had to shoot the short one first, so I had to make my decision right out of the gate. So I just went all in and hammered the 14 on the first one. They just wouldn't go away.
Tim, it seems like you we talk about yardage judging. You're always in the mix. You find a way to win, and you obviously judge those targets really well out there. I said when you 14'd that turkey, I said he might be on one of those streaks where he's hard to beat. You always find a way, buddy. Congrats on being so consistent out there.
Thank you. I mean, I just, I got them all right, but the deer and the wolf, and I kind of knew the wolf. I was over-judging it. When I see the judges down there, it kind of gave me a clue, and that's a target I overjudge a lot. And
hey, you can smile, Tim. You won.
Yeah, that was a good one for sure.
Congratulations on another great weekend, Tim.
All right, thank you very much.
Congrats, Tim Gillingham. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We have the Open Pro Division when we come back here at Fort Massac for the Mathews Pro-Am. Don't go anywhere.